Hello and good morning from Universal Orlando. So today is a very exciting day. I was contacted and invited by Universal to come to the park today for a content creator experience. I have no idea what that entails, but I feel incredibly privileged for the opportunity. I've been coming to Universal my entire life. I'm very passionate about this park, and to be included in a media experience is just humbling, and I feel so fortunate. The park opens up in about 30 minutes, so I think I need to go meet up with the team, run over by the arches right over there, and just see what this day turns out to be. I'm absolutely giddy with excitement to be included in this today. I've already checked in right over there by the arches, and I was given this right here, a Harry Potter, Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Universal Studios bag, and then a water, because it's gonna be a pretty hot day today, but we have about 15 more minutes till I think everybody else shows up and we head into the park. So while I'm waiting, and before I forget to, I want to extend my most sincere thanks and gratitude to you. If you watch this, thank you. It's only by people watching the content that I put up on this channel that's what's able to label me as a viable content creator. And at the root of it, I am just a guy that likes to go to theme parks and record myself, having a good time and showing off what's new, but it's people watching the channel that is what's able to give me this platform to be able to be invited out for these kinds of events. So it's very humbling. I appreciate it. It's consistently overwhelming and exciting, but this is what I'm doing, and I'm having a great time. So thank you. Okay, so we're heading into the park right now. I believe our first stop of the day is going to be the Bourne Stuntacular to watch a technical rehearsal, I'm pretty sure, before the show starts for the day. So there are going to be some experiences that I cannot show and record today because it's more on the proprietary side of information. So this is going to be one of them. I cannot film what they're about to show us in here for the Bourne Stuntacular, but I'm pretty excited to see it. Okay, so we're inside the Bourne Stuntacular. Not going to be able to film past this point, probably. I have not seen this show since it opened up several months ago, so I'm excited to see it again, or the perspective that they're going to show it to us. Okay, so we just got out of the Bourne Stuntacular, and that was an incredible experience. We watched the entire show just as a technical rehearsal, so no actors, no stunts, but then we got to go behind the stage. We get to go underneath the stage. We get to see technically how the show operates, and that was an experience I'm gonna remember forever. That was incredible. Okay, so now we've seen how the show works from a technical standpoint, so now we're heading back inside to watch an actual show with performers and stunts. So we just got out of the Bourne Stuntacular for the second time, getting to see it in its entirety with all of the stunts and practical effects. That show is absolutely incredible. Wow, okay, so now we're just kind of continuing along. I think we're gonna go hop on a couple rides and then potentially have some lunch in a little bit. Okay, so our next stop is gonna be at Transformers. We're about to hop on and ride it. We got to see the control booth for Transformers, which was a really cool experience. A lot of the experience today is just gonna be talking about what we're able to do as part of this tour, and not necessarily actually showing it off, so bear with me because this is all happening fast. Okay, so we just got off of Transformers. Now we're heading off to another ride, I think, before we have lunch. A lot of this experience has been really, really interesting facts about the mechanics of shows like Jason Bourne or rides like Transformers, and just all the specifics about them. So that's been really, really awesome. So it looks like we're heading off to Rip Ride Rockets to ride this right before lunch, which is probably a good idea to get this in before eating, I'd imagine. All right, so we just got off of Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. I got to play Rainbow Connection by the Muppets with the secret menu that they have over on Rip Ride Rocket. There's Donkey right over there, and we are heading to get some lunch now. Okay, so we made it over to Cafe La Bamba, the other side of Cafe La Bamba, where we're gonna be doing some food sampling right over here. They just showed us a really intricate menu that's gonna be coming to Universal and Volcano Bay, I'm pretty positive, back over here in the corner, and we're gonna get to try some of that right over here. So these are the new foods that are coming to Universal and Volcano Bay. Some of these are returning foods, like the arepas and the Cuban sandwich right here from Mardi Gras, but a lot of these are absolutely brand new. They look incredibly appetizing and delicious. They just gave us a sample of this right here, the Mango Nada, the non-alcoholic Mango Nada, which I'm spilling all over the place, but a lot of these foods just look fantastic. They're going to be sold in food trucks around Universal. This is going to be so cool. So I'm going to head over here and try some. Okay, so first I'm going to try the Mango Nada right here because I keep consistently spilling it all over myself. It tastes like a mango slushy, a frozen mango slushy with a little bit of spice on top. Whew. A little bit of a kick there, but very refreshing. Okay, so the available arepas to taste are the Hornitas arepas, the beef picadillo, and then the queso arepas. It was really cool to listen to the chef, the sous chef, right over there, just talking passionately about the food that they're bringing to Universal because they are ready to roll this out, and I know that people are going to be absolutely excited about it. I got one of every single arepa, apparently. I got some watermelon, I got some spicy corn right there, and then I got these coquina, fried coquina balls, it looks like, and then a Coke. So I'm going to enjoy all of this in addition to my mangonada. All right, so I literally ate everything. I completely overindulged, and I do not regret it at all because it was fantastic. I can't wait for all of this to be available all around Universal. There was a lot that I did not get to try that was on display back over there. We had a limited selection that they did provide for everybody here to try, and it was great. And I'm feeling just so satisfied. Today's been definitely a bit of a fast-paced day. We keep going from one place to the next, and certain places we're allowed to film and then not allowed to film, and you're not allowed to film on the rides. So it's been just kind of a lot of camera up, camera down, but thanks for sticking with me if you have so far. We've had a great time. All right, so we're all done with lunch, heading back into the park. I think we're heading towards the New York section of the park because we haven't made our way there yet. Okay, so we're back in the kind of the juncture of New York and Production Central here. It looks like we're heading over by the Tonight Show shop, the Tonight Shop, I suppose, the gift store for Race Through New York. And it looks like we're heading up the stairs to the balcony, I suppose, that overlooks the Music Plaza right there. Okay, this is so incredibly cool. I have always wanted to come out here to see what the view looks like from up here. This is the Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon building. There's the Music Plaza, Shrek and Despicable Me. And then of course Rip Ride Rocket. This is so neat to see this. Here comes another Rip Ride Rockets train. This was a blast to ride. Earlier listening to Rainbow Connection of all songs, it was very cathartic. Not sure where we're heading next, but it's gonna be an adventure. Hi Vincent.
Hey Roy.
He has video of us riding Rip Ride Rocket if you want to go check out his video. I am not sure where we're heading after this, which has been a pretty consistent theme throughout the day, where we've just been surprised with what activities we end up doing, or rides, or where we go, or what we eat. So that has been really, really fun. So that's where we just were, right up there, and now we're heading backstage to Soundstage 21. Get a little peek backstage. That's the soundstage right behind the stage right here. I doubt we'll be able to film backstage or back of house, what Universal calls it, so we'll probably have to put the camera away. I'm here with a pretty fun group. There's Vincent up there from Vincent Vision. There's Micah here from World of Micah. There's Nate from Paging Mr. Morrow. So we have a pretty motley crew amongst other people too as well. Okay, so right now we are back of house and heading into the producers building. Thank you. Where we are going to be able to film. We passed by Soundstage 21, Soundstage 20. That's where Jimmy Fallon was filmed and where Grinchmas takes place. I'm reading a little tour of this producers building. And all these pictures on the wall are either music videos or TV shows or films that were actually filmed here. So down the hall, this is the hair and makeup room for the talent utilizing the sound stages. Hello. And let's see what's a little bit further down the hallway. Right next to the hair and makeup room is the kitchen, right in here. So this is pretty cool. And then the green rooms are here in the hallway. These are the rooms that the talent would use as well. And then this is the main hallway again with the pictures adorning either side of various projects filmed at Universal. All right, so we've popped back out on stage at Universal Studios Florida over by the New York Public Library facade, right behind the Mummy. And we are heading off to do what our next activity is, which of course I don't know. That was a real treat to get to see the production buildings back there, as well as the production center that we went into, which is pretty much on the other side of this facade. There's the Soundstage 23, and then the building that we went into that we were actually able to film in. That's more kind of on the Islands of Adventure side, so it's kind of right here, but a little bit farther back. And we're heading through New York right now, which is where the vast majority of the music videos and TV shows that they have on display in the production center were filmed. So New York is a very, very popular location to film at Universal. Okay, so we made it to San Francisco. It's hard to see, but Bruce is back right over there. He came back via the day after myself and Brennan came, and it looks like we're heading over towards London, the Wizarding World, potentially. We have these bags that say the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, so I figured we'd probably end up at Diagon Alley at some point. Okay, so we are gonna go into Diagon Alley, but it was pointed out, something that I've never noticed before. This sign is a sign for the Leaky Cauldron. I've never noticed that. I think we're gonna walk around London here real quick for a moment and then head into Diagon Alley. And now we are heading into Diagon Alley. And here we are. I have to try to make sure I keep up with my group because it can get a little bit crazy in here. It sounds like we're about to get a fireball from the dragon over here by Gringotts. Nice. So not really sure what we're doing in Diagon Alley, but I know that I'm gonna like it because I love Harry Potter. Alright, so we got a few fun facts about Diagon Alley. Like right here, this sign for the Leaky Cauldron actually leaks when it starts to rain. And we got some pretty cool advice that if you're walking around Diagon Alley, the best advice is just to look up because it's so busy in Diagon Alley. It's one of the busiest parts of Universal. Everybody pretty much just concentrates on what's at eye level, but if you look up, you get a lot more interesting details. And it sounds like we are going to be going on Gringotts here with the whole group, which again, I need to make sure that I stay with everybody. Okay, here we are. Yeah, we're gonna go on Gringotts. So apparently we're gonna get up close and personal with some of the goblins inside Gringotts Bank, but they are allergic to humans, so we are not to touch them. Okay, this is a pretty cool opportunity to get literally right up next to these goblins. This is probably one of my favorite parts of today so far. Just getting to get this close. These goblins. They do not look pleased. They are interrupting their work right now. So I think we're probably gonna deposit our belongings and then hop in line for Gringotts here in just a second. Okay, so we're about to head back outside right now, I'm pretty sure. How cool is this right now? Let's see. They have such very interesting expressions on their face, but they are very diligently hard at work keeping this bank running. Alright. So now we're about to ride Gringotts, probably our final attraction of the day, heading over towards the lockers. Alright, so we just got off of Gringotts, we rode in the back row, and that was probably, sounds like the dragon's going again, which you can't see because it's pretty blown out. But that was probably the best ride that I've had on a Gringotts in a long time. So all the effects were fantastic. The only problem I have with Gringotts is the storyline not fitting in with the books. But I'll give it a pass because it is cool. Sounds like a Celestina Warbeck show is about to start, but I think we are heading out of Diagon Alley and then on to our next activity. Hooray! And our next stop is going to be over at Men in Black. We've exited Diagon Alley. We have a few more appointments apparently that we're going to be making later on today, but I think our day is getting relatively close to a conclusion. Okay, so we're heading to the ride, but first we were brought down to the immigration room to be acquainted with our alien friends here. There was just one alien for a little while, but now they are both back in the immigration room doing what they do best. Okay, so I think we're about to head over to the ride now to experience that. This is pretty cool to get super close to these guys as well, in addition to the goblins over at Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. Okay, off to the ride. Okay, so we came up the stairs. There's the lower platform for Men in Black. We go ahead and leave our belongings over here in the crowd swap area, and we'll see who has the best score. Probably not me. Okay, and we just got off of Men in Black Alien Attack, and it looks like I had the highest score in both cars. I got 477,000 points, which is probably a new record. So now I'm pretty sure that we're heading over to the Mummy. This day has really incorporated a lot more rides than I anticipated, but I'm not complaining at all because we are doing so many rides today and I absolutely love it. I've been having such a good day. We have been all over this park today, back and forth, having an incredible time. There's the buildings right there, but we are heading off to Mummy. Alright, so we made it to Revenge of the Mummy. I think we're heading up the exit here to head over to the road platform, so we're leaving our stuff right here. Okay, so we are actually off of the Mummy right now, and now we're going underneath the coaster. We can't film down there, but that's where we're going to get a really up close and intimate perspective of Revenge of the Mummy. Okay, so we just popped out of this door right here next to the Mummy. There go the Blues Brothers way down there, and I think we allegedly have one more stop before we conclude our day here at the park. This is so cool. I'm always gonna know now that that green door right over there leads to the underbelly of the Revenge of the Mummy roller coaster. That is so cool. I've learned so many fun facts today that I've just absorbed that I haven't really talked about, but it's been so cool, and we've been here all day long. So River by Fast and Furious Supercharged, having a quick rehydration water break. Looks like the second group, we were split up into two groups today. The second group is caught up with us now, so we're all back together. I think that we're gonna be watching a show. So it looks like we're getting a special presentation of the Beat Builders show. This is cool.
I think what would surprise a lot of people is that these guys create all these sounds live. All the sound that you hear, the percussion sound, is not pre-recorded. They're not playing to a track. And so we're just going to kind of talk about some of those sounds. Everything that we have here on the construction site was bought at a hardware store, or one of our favorite things to do is dumpster dive backstage and find kind of unique things that are going to create some different sounds for you guys to enjoy. Which is taken from a set of bells, or a glockenspiel in percussion world, and we call it a rockenspiel because it rocks. And we pitched these hours spent inside Home Depot pitching these different wrenches to give us what feels like an octave of sounds. It's not quite there, but it's enough for rock. Go ahead and play a little bit for us. Up in Dylan's zone, we have up there what we call a string bass, and what we've done is we've taken piano wire, stretched it across some PVC pipe, using that kind of like a bridge on a guitar, and pitching the piano wire to 3 different pitches to give us some different melodic elements. Dylan, go ahead and play that for us. The Worker 2 zone here with Mike, we have some unique sounds, but one of the things that we do here is we take a drill, and we take it, we hold the chuck of the drill down to create a louder sound where it runs against the gears. Go ahead, Mike. Up in Andrew's section, Andrew, why don't you go ahead and play those drums for us? This gives us kind of like a go-go bell sound that we hear like in a lot of rap music. And then in Jesse's zone, we have some pitched buckets again. Giving us the idea of different toms you would have on a drum set.
Okay, so we got to see the Beat Builder show and how they create the sounds live for the show. They actually use all of these instruments from various stores like Home Depot, and they pitch them to where you could actually play them and mic them. I didn't know that. I thought there was some sort of a background track for a lot of what they did here. There's not. The big finale number, I'm pretty sure they have a subtle background beat to play along with, but for the most part it is live, and that just made me appreciate this show so much more. But now we're gonna actually watch the next show, which starts pretty much in about a minute. Okay, yeah, I got it. All right, so we are all done watching the Beat Builders, and now we are heading out of the park towards the entrance. I think we're officially ending our day at the Universal Legacy Store. And here we are in City Walk at the Universal Legacy Store to end our massive day at Universal. We've been here for about 8 hours today. Whoops, I almost tripped. Okay, so we've ended the day in the personalization departments of the Universal Studios Legacy Store. Where they do customization in terms of the embroidery that they can do on luggage tabs, and looks like little journals, and Harry Potter merchandise like backpacks and shirts and hoodies and neckties, and most recently robes. And what they've done is they've given each of us an individually customized Hogwarts house robe. So this is my Gryffindor robe. They gave us all a robe, and they did not have to do that, but they did. Honestly, I got a little bit emotional with this. This is not something that I anticipated. I don't necessarily think that I deserve it. I would come to this place regardless. I don't think I need an incentive to be a big fan or advocate for Universal, because it's such a fun place to be and to spend my time, and I want to make these videos. It sincerely wasn't the case, but I've wanted a Harry Potter robe for so long, and the fact that they literally just got out boxes of these and they just said, thank you for being fans of Universal, and that is humbling, and I feel very, very appreciative for that. So just to showcase the robe that they got us, because it's wrapped up pretty well in a bag right now. This is the Gryffindor robe that I got right here, with the Gryffindor insignia right there, and then presumably with my name on it. But this is incredible. I've wanted one of these for so long, and now I finally have a Gryffindor house robe. I can't get over that. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the car. The event has ended. The Universal Content Creator Fan Appreciation event that ran from 9 o'clock in the morning to 5 p.m. in the afternoon is over. We rode so many rides today. We had new foods that are gonna be introduced to Universal over the coming weeks, presumably into the summer. We got to enjoy behind the scenes experiences at various shows and attractions. We got to end the day at the Universal Studios Legacy Store, where we were surprised, which I'm still just blown away by, surprised by personalized Harry Potter house robes. Today was one of the best days I've ever had at Universal, and I know that it's going to be obvious to say that because I was provided with some free foods and merchandise, but sincerely it was just really cool to spend the entire day at a place that is just so special to me. I've been coming to Universal for so long, and I will continue to do so because it's just a great place to be. Thank you for hanging out with me today and putting up with this kind of a video that does not happen very often, but I appreciate it. I'll see you soon. Have a great day, and goodbye.